So for the introduction, in one sentence, what will you say to describe yourself? You can start, Miela, maybe go.
Okay, I can start. In one sentence to describe myself.
Yeah, like quick sentence.
I'm Mia. I'm 20 years old. My in-game name is Miela. I've started playing League started like 2017, active since 2020. And competitive. I've started around the same time, I think, so 2021, 2022. And ever since that, my goal is to be the best player I can be.
So I'm Georgia. I'm aka Trez, 27 from the UK, and I am the jungler of SK Avarosa. I've been playing competitive maybe on and off for like 10 years now, but I've been kind of consistently hanging around the female scene, getting some insane results for the last 4 or so years. Kind of describe myself as a goofy ass idiot with just tons of passion.
Okay, so how I would describe myself is someone like that's really passionate about what I'm doing. I would say I'm pretty goofy as well sometimes. My name is Daphne. I'm from Greece, and yeah, I mean my goal is to be the best version that I can be all the time, either as a player or as a person. So
okay, so SK seems to be like a goofy team, you know? You're all goofy. So next question is, can you tell us the story behind your game name?
Mine is pretty funny. So there's a champion in a game called Saya, and her lore name, so her Bastania name is Miela. And I basically choose the name from my favorite champion in game. And a lot of people don't know that like Saya is also called Miela. And
I didn't know that.
That's where my name came from.
My name actually, so I was learning French in middle school, and I needed to pick a new username to play World of Warcraft with. And at the time, I was learning the words for very, which is tre, and I was like, oh, you know what? Everything as like a 12, like 13-year-old, like it sounds cooler if you put like a Z on it. So that's how Trez was kind of just born.
For me, I don't know. I'm a bit of a nerd with movies. Like I really like movies. I watch a lot. So my name comes from a really old movie called The Godfather, which is 3 trilogies. And I was watching that movie and I really liked that character, Apollonia, which Michael falls in love with, the main character. And so, I don't know, it ringed really nice to me, the name. And I was like, yeah, that's gonna be my league name. Boring story.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's so cool. So, Trez, you speak French or not so much?
Je ne parle pas français.
But I mean, the syntax is perfect.
Like I know like the tiny bits, and that's like it. I can't get back.
Oh, that's better enough. Like if you go to finals, you can speak French.
True.
Next question: which League of Legends champions best represent your playstyle and why?
Oh, spicy.
I mean, I think I have 2. It's a mix between Tristana and Jinx. I think Tristana is basically my playstyle, right? Because you have a lot of aggression, a lot of just fist fighting in the early game. And then you also have the potential to scale, because in late game 4 to 5 items, Tristana is a really good hyper carry also. So my playstyle is just trying to get leads in the early game and then still be able to carry in late game with like a hyper carry champions and a lot of outplay potential. So Tristana is very fitting to that. And yeah, Jinx is also just being perma excited, being perma just going in, trying to space everyone, then getting 1 kill, running into the enemy team, dying. That's like exactly my playstyle.
I mean, I think as a current OTP, I think in the solo queue ladder, I kind of have to say my OTP because it kind of fits as well. So Ivan is definitely how I would describe my playstyle. You know, he's kind of going around, tending to the map, you know, making sure everything's okay, and he's able to communicate to the animals on the rift, very much like sometimes I have to communicate to my animal teammates on the rift and make sure they are not going to hurt themselves.
For me, I would say it would be Nico. I am a bit of a psychopath when it comes to Summoner's Rift. I either go all in, you know, like really creative and stuff. That's what I really like about Nico. Like you can become anything. You can become a fruit on the river. You can become a wolf. You can become a chicken, like the raptor. And You can flank them. Like no one expects Nico as a chicken going behind you and 5-man ult, and I love that so much.
Okay. Next question. How did you get into esports, and what's the trigger that makes you go competitive?
For me, it was a mix between two things. Back then, I was like streaming a lot with like 14, 15, and 16. I was like basically daily streaming. And then I had like a team with some friends that also streamed. And there we just started to get into the German league, the Prime League, and played there. That was like a part of it. And the other part was like back then, G2 won MSI 2019. And I still remember how hyped I was after like they beat T1, then also beat, I think Team Liquid was it? Or I'm not sure which NA team it was, but they beaten an A team. And it was so goddamn hype for me. And after that, I was like, okay, I need to go competitive.
For me, it was so I kind of like got into League through watching esports anyway. Like my friends at the time, like I think 2012, like 2013 introduced me to like what was I think the EU LCS still at the time in season 3, and I just like got more and more interested and was playing the game more and more. And then a friend actually in a friend group I was in at the time became the assistant coach of the Copenhagen Wolves. This was like 2015, 14 maybe, and he actually like saw me improving and was like, hey, like, if you want some coaching, you know, like I'll give it to you, you know, like help you improve. And kind of from this, I like got to improve a bit in the game, and I got also then through him links to try out into teams in the UK scene at the time. Yeah, ended up joining my first team for that.
Honestly, for me, I was mostly like solo queue, like grinding solo queue, like even now, you know, like Giga Nerd with solo queue. I was playing so much, and then I got spotted by SK, and I've been there ever since. And I mean, at start I didn't even know that I could go competitive because I was mostly just playing solo queue, like for fun or grinding. And yeah, that's kind of how I ended up here.
So you never like search for a team, it's like you just got scouted.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
It was, I just grinded solo queue and I got spotted like that, I guess.
What did you feel when you joined professional team like SK?
I had many emotions. All of them were positive. I was really enthusiastic. I was extremely, and I still am extremely grateful for this opportunity because I am doing for work, you know, what I love the most, and that's gaming. And I was playing games since I was, I don't know, like 7 years old, playing my console or like Xbox, stuff like that, PlayStation, what was back then. And if I told my younger self that I would be playing competitive League of Legends, I would be like, hell no, you're lying. So yeah.
For me, it was very, very exciting because it was a long way. I've been like playing the lower divisions of Prime League ever since I was like 15, 16, right? I was grinding like 4 years straight, also with my own organization, my own team. And then like my first real competition entry was back with NNO, where we also like won Equi Esports Cup. And that was for me just such a big step. I was like, dang, there are so many like big streamers, big personalities, and they want me in the team. And for me, it was just, I really needed to make everyone proud, right? For me, like my first instinct was, how can I do everything in my power so they don't regret picking me up? And I just worked my ass off, and I was never like really able to step back and like accept and realize that I'm legit pro. For me, it was just, okay, I'm in here now. I need to prove myself. I need to get better. But now, like especially like last year, it really kicked that I'm like actually doing this full time. And this is like my dream. I can't think about anything else that I would like to do more. And I'm just so happy that I'm able to do that.
Yeah, I think for me, like joining SK and even joining Big a few years ago, I think it's just like very much like feeling of completion of like initial goals. It's like, okay, I'm now like where I need to be. Like I'm super happy I got here. It's like proven to myself. Okay, like you put in the work and the effort and shown the results to get here, but it's kind of then elevated myself, and it's made me reinforce needing to put expectations on myself and deliver as to the results I believe the org should be aiming for and like the team should be aiming for. So it's just to me another step of motivation really, to be the best version of myself and make the team and the org the best version of itself, and kind of try elevate myself and everything around me to the next step. And I think that's really been useful for me to push myself.
Okay, as a team, so what does a typical training week looks like for SK? Like, do you have any rituals or something before matches?
Depends. I mean, a typical training week is like we have some double blocks in a week, and we scrim like 6 times a week on average. So we have like full-time schedule basically, and they're like 2 to 3 days a week where we do just double block.
You're all full time?
Yeah,
Okay.
our entire team is basically full-time. And then like we have obviously some days where we review. For example, 2 days ago, we did the review of our match against Vitality, and our just, I think everyone themselves has their ritual before an official. For me, it's just I need to hype myself up before going into an official. So I pull out some music and imagine myself on a stage and stuff like this. And I think from person to person, it's a bit different. But for me, like I need like the blood pumping before going into a match.
You wanna add something?
I mean, Mila gets the blood pumping. I'm like, I feel like myself as well, because the way our team dynamic is a bit, I try to be the one who's like staying calm and keeping everyone in check. So I'm like, before games, I'm kind of like, I'm like in my bed, like on my phone playing the new Horse Skull gacha game, like Uma Musume, just chilling and being like, yeah, okay, I'm feeling like relaxed now, good vibes, smoothing out the team atmosphere in case, we want to like go fight every single thing we can. But yeah, I mean, we have a pretty hectic jet practice week in general, I think. It's probably like the most intense out of any team I've been on, but I guess that's just how it is with full time. But sometimes we even manage to, I think, make it to 8, maybe even 9 scrims. I know in our boot camp we were doing over 10 blocks a week at points.
When did you book it? It was some times ago or like now?
It was the beginning of this month actually. So we bootcamped for just under 2 weeks.
Okay, you wanna add something, Apple?
For me, like what a typical week is, I just try every day to wake up like the earliest I can. I'm a really early bird. I like waking up at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. But what the fuck are you doing at 7 a.m.? What the fuck? Like.
Here in Greece, it's like tradition. We wake up early to order coffee and talk to each
really
other.
early.
So I am following this tradition, waking up 7 a.m., drinking my coffee either with my brother or my mother, and just talk about my everyday. And then I am either then watching games or like VODs in my typical morning, drinking my coffee, giga chilling, and then I am solo queuing into scrims.
And like, because you're playing late, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you manage to keep whole day?
Well,
Like-
there's a lot of coffees sometimes.
Okay. Okay, I understand now. Okay. So, what's the team dynamic and roles like in the team with like the mom of the group, who take care of everyone and check on everyone?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I think I know who it is. I think it must be Tress. It is basically, we have like 2 hyperactive kids on the bot lane who pretty much just fist fight in die level 2. I think Kiana and I are like literally not controllable. Tress is always the person who needs to flame us after we end. So that's important. I think Lycia would be like the annoyed sister. Was like apparently saying, yeah, we need to swap. And I'm like, I want to fist fight. And I think Apo and Tress are like the 2 who really hold together. I think Tress is always like saying, guys, please focus, we need to not die. And Apo's like, okay, I think we should not play this. Okay, I think this is not good. And I think this is like kind of our team dynamic, I would say.
Who is like the one who gives the coach the hardest time?
That's a spicy one.
I think we all three did know the one. I think.
I
True.
mean, it's gotta be Kiana, no?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
basically, Kiana is our team rage beta.
Okay.
That extends across from players to coaches and sometimes even the management. So she never lets that ethic die down. She's either complaining just to get a reaction or giving responses that she knows will slightly annoy some people,
Okay.
even if they are like good responses to a question. But
Who tilts the fastest?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, that's also pretty obvious, I would say. I mean, that's Afu, you can say, no?
I don't know. I would say Trace for valid reasons.
Yeah, for sure. For sure,
Valid
for
reasons,
sure.
okay? Like, that's it.
I mean, I mentioned before, right? Like, I think no one is more mad than our Changla if we die like 2v2 in bot lane while she's pathing down. I think that's like the typical tradition. The first 2 weeks we were like playing together, right? It's always like, Tress says, guys, we need to play together. Win 3v3. Don't fight. Anyway, double kill. And then he's obviously a bit mad. And yeah, understandably so.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to agree, you know, and sometimes at the very start of when I joined the team, you know, I had to teach him a lesson. It's like, you know, if you're gonna in and make the game a bit more chaotic and ruin our macro practice and our plans, you know, it's like, okay, I'm joining in on that, and I'll match the vibe and make you know how it feels. Yeah, it's like I am a bit chaotic in that, like, I am sometimes the most calm, but sometimes also the most uncontrollable, depending on the situation. It does happen.
Who talks the most in game?
I would say that that is both Miela and Trez, I would say.
I would say so, yeah. Or like
I would
overall,
agree.
I think everybody is like fairly vocal, but probably me and Miela saying the most overall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who eats the most during boot camps? Or like eating all the time?
I think that has to be me, guys, because our chef was amazing, you know, and I came back to Greece plus 2 kilos. I don't
Yeah.
regret that.
I think it's fair to say Hugo is like doing so much good food that everyone is like feels like they're eating the most because our chef is the goat. He is the goat.
Is the chef of Sky and like you were with the main team or no?
Basically, we were in the Berlin facility of the LEC team because they got knocked out of the LEC playoffs, right? And we were able to like take the spot for the ride. And the LEC team has like a personal cooking chef.
Yeah.
And we like got to use him also.
Okay. What has been your best memory together this year and the worst one?
Oh.
You went
More
like
question. Who wants to start?
Mm,
Mm.
I mean, it depends, right? Should it be with Tress included or without Tress included? Probably with Tress, right? Because then we don't have that much.
Yeah, I guess.
I think
Yeah.
the funniest is where we played like drinking games in a bootcamp, and I was going back home with, I think, Upward was with you, right?
Yeah.
And then I suddenly was watching the other side of the street and something happened. Tress did something that I will not continue talking about. But this is something, basically just imagine a Tress being completely drunk midnight across the other side of the street. And yeah, she did some fucked up shits, but I will not elaborate.
Oh, you should describe it like that.
I think combined with the best memory, this should also be like the worst memory because I'm still traumatized to this day. I will not continue talking without like without any more going to detail. So I will refrain from continue talking now.
Sorry,
I mean,
I need
No,
to
don't. My cat is a bit, like, don't mind.
I want to say your cat is adorable.
Ah.
So goddamn cute. It's crazy.
I have a single question for you, Miela. Why you have always like cat ear? It's cat, no? It's not fox.
Yeah. It's cat. I mean, it's just type of my brand, I would say. I have it like ever since I joined competitive, and it's something quirky to have, right? It's just like
A signature.
It's like
a-
I would say that's right. Yeah. I always wear them, and then if people see me like that, they recognize me faster, and I just like cats a lot, and I think it fits.
Do you have cats?
I don't have cats. I just moved out, but I had dogs.
Okay.
Dogs. I'm sadly allergic to cats, But I really
I'm
like them
back.
either way.
You know that there's got like you're not allergic to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm like way too young to have like responsibility
Yeah,
over pets.
okay.
They're like living beings. Like,
Okay. So you wanna add something like for the last question, like your best and not best moment?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that I have a bad moment in this team. I'm really happy with this team. Like I think we always have like good moments. But I would say my most favorite one is when we went to a amusement park. Even though I'm super afraid of roller coasters and I didn't join a single one, I was really happy seeing the others happy doing roller coasters.
you went one with us. You went one with us, Apo.
And I couldn't stop screaming. Yay!
Did you enjoy it at least, or the screaming?
Yeah, I enjoyed it so much. But I was so afraid of them
Okay.
ever since I was a kid.
I mean, like my best moment, like it's been not too much time for me, of course, but yeah, probably kind of the same with me. I said that night where we were like just bonding and kind of just drinking, playing games, and just like being like really social with each other and just getting to know each other. It was really fun for me. Just yeah, I got a bit carried away that night. Some might say it. So but yeah, I don't really have like a worst moment really right
Yeah.
now. So
I mean, it's better like that.
yeah.
So next question is there a team or a specific player you're really looking forward to facing or beating at Game Changers?
Yeah, I have a big personal history with G2. My off season was wild, like really, really wild. And there's also in G2 one of my better friends of the scene and one of my 2 years teammates. It's Senef, right? I've been playing with her in NNO for 2 years. I also played with her. I also won with her the EC finals, and we're pretty good friends, I would say. And for me, it's just we are not able to, like, we haven't played against them once this year yet, and I'm looking really forward to playing against G2. And it's just like a lot of personal history for me and the team, so it's just natural that like I'm looking forward to face them and eventually beat them once more. So yeah.
I think for me, honestly, in our group, I have had some form of personal beef with at least one person of every team in our group right now. So I'm just looking forward to absolutely crushing their skulls in this group stage and going off 3-0 into the playoff bracket and feeling really good about myself. So that's it for me.
For me, I'm really excited to play against Dream. I think I'm having so much fun playing against her. That would be it for me. Like G2 and the laning phase against Dream is always super fun.
Does playing in an official Riot tournament bring extra pressure? And how do you manage stress as a team?
I think playing like Game Changers is generally for every person involved so much more pressure, right? Because it's the tournament the scene has been waiting for over years. And I think it is something that like every single organization up to this year just said, okay, we need to be ready for Game Changers. We need to do that. So it's obviously most prestigious tournament in the year. And that's why everyone's like very hyped for it and like very focused on it. So I would say it brings a lot of pressure, like a lot of pressure. And we as a team historically are not as good to deal with pressure. Like for example, EC, we failed a lot because of the pressure. And I think we've been working the last months only basically on like fixing the pressure. And for us as a team, mostly it was just talking more openly with each other, like trying to have more team bonding, trying to trust each other more. So even in stressful situations, we are like more playing in a team together. And on the other side, it's just building more habits than we did before. Because I think before we just mainly focused on improving like from game to game the mistakes, and we did not build habits that we can fall back on in game. And this is what we focused mainly on like the last few months to just improve, especially on that. And that I think helped us a lot.
You wanna
Yeah,
add
I
something?
think I was gonna say like for this Game Changer specifically, it's kind of this is something that for people who have been around for like 3 to 4 years now, at least in like female scene, have kind of like there's been like rumors and rumblings, oh it's gonna happen, and now it's finally happening. Everyone's kind of like who is in Game Changers at the moment is kind of like, oh finally this is my chance, I need to show up. So I think there's like the pressure from that, but also the format specifically about how they've kind of done this, even though this Game Changers has been described as like a light version of what they want to do in the future. It's like, oh, if you mess up in just only 3 games, you're done. That's your year. Like, unless teams are playing in any ERL divisions. So the pressure, I think, to perform and not do anything stupid or crazy or run it down is like super high, at least right now. But I think our team, we even had like the other day like a meeting about how we're dealing with stress better and like methods and like things we can use like before and during games to kind of like combat these kind of feelings. So I think we're definitely coming in as like a group prepared and knowing what to do, and also being there to help each other out when each other gets stressed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone said it perfectly.
Yeah, it's fine. It's true. We know, like, you're super focused during the matches, of course, but like off camera, any little mischief to confess from bootcamps or competition breaks, or some things that,
You order to start. I will not start.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's been some silly things I may have done in the bootcamp, which just to lighten the mood sometimes, or just because I'm just being goofy. But I think me and Kiana as well, having played together, we are kind of known to be idiots and have a little inside jokes sometimes in the middle of scrims or reviews, or even in the bootcamp, like when we're just like prepping and we're just staring at each other and doing something. Right now, we're a big fan of 6-7, kind of a meme trend on TikTok. But outside of that, I can't think of anything too much.
Do you did a lot of team building on the bootcamp?
Yeah,
did.
I would say so.
Okay. So it's the last question. Any words for your supporters? We will be cheering for you during the Game Changers.
I think, for me at least, it has been a really hard year for like SK viewers or like fans, especially like fans specifically as our players, right? Because we went in the off season, everyone was like saying, okay, yeah, this is the super team, they will perform very well, and we just didn't, rinse up to the expectation, right? And yeah, it's now like time for us to prove ourselves again, and I hope you all don't lose our trust. And I think, like, especially for new people who don't know the scene yet in detail, I think it's not worth to just watch our EC performance and thinking, yeah, we are a bottom team. I think we should, like, a lot of people should have a lot of respect of us. And at the end of the day, it really just comes down to us choking or not. And if we don't choke, I think we're one of the favorites. And yeah, I think I appreciate every single one who supports us, because it is not that easy to support SK in this type of year. And yeah, thank you all for watching, especially.
I want to say, I mean, like, I obviously only just recently joined, but I got a very nice welcome from the SK fans who are interacting with the team on Twitter and other social medias. Like, it's been really nice to be kind of welcomed in. And I know the team's results weren't that great, in the first half year, but I hope like me coming in can help really like elevate and bring change, positive change to the team and the results we can get together. I know everybody I work with is super talented, so we'll do the best to bring the best out of each other and achieve the results we know we are capable of. And I know like other people, even outside of SK supporters, have like followed and supported me through very shaky off seasons recently. So the fact everybody still gets hyped even now, for me, I'm very grateful for, and I hope those people who maybe aren't like hard SK supporters right now, I can show them just how great our team is and bring about like an even bigger wave of fans and support.
For me, what I would say is, first of all, thanks to everyone that's supporting us, and I appreciate any type of support so much as a person, and I love you all that support us. And I promise we will do the best not to disappoint.
So thank you all for the interview. I have no more questions. I was thinking it will be like 10 minutes, but it's a bit more. So I'm sorry. And
Okay.
I
Oh,
hope
it was so
you-
fun.
Okay, nice. I was hoping like you don't mind. So thank you a lot for the interviews. It was really nice to talk to you. And
Really nice to talk to you as well.
That's really, really
Yeah.
fun. Thank you so much.
no, thank you.
Thanks so much.